Hello everyone, GamerMixer17 here, and this is the final noob test that I will be doing. I am currently playing a game called Terraria. Terraria came back out in 2011. It is a survival, crafting, 2D pixelated game, which I would have to say this would have to be one of my top favorite games. I don't know why, but it's probably because I'm a sucker for pixelated games and pixel art in general. So I will be showing you a couple of things that I have, or not that I have, but more like show you a tour of what I have in a way. So I got a couple of worlds and stuff. Ignore the titles. Some things kind of glitched in the past. I don't think anyone here would know, but a few people would. Earlier this year, 2018, and late 2017, basically in the month of December, Terraria finally announced and finally gave all console players update 1.3. Now, apparently with this update brought in a lot of bugs, glitches, and basically a lot of frustration that it made a lot of people no longer play it. I am no excuse whatsoever. I stopped playing it until the bugs have finally been dealt with. And of course, those bugs have been dealt with, and now I had started from a new world from scratch, and I'm now to the point where I am. Now, keep in mind, some of the construction that you're going to be seeing in some areas are temporary and either will be deconstructed buildings or constructed buildings. So, I may or may not show a videos or something showing what I build or what I destroy, or it may just take a long time before I even decide on what the heck I'm going to do. So this is my world. This is my character. Ignore that. This is my somewhat building. Now then, so this tour doesn't take forever. I'm going to go ahead and drive all the way to the farthest points of my buildings that I've done. Now, in the game of Terraria, I like to do a couple of things. This here, as clearly stated from the wording on top of the building, this is a house that Bad Panda, a friend of mine, ended up building himself in another world. Since he doesn't have the game anymore, I thought, you know what, why not commemorate all the good times we had and rebuild his house. It's still under construction, ignore it. Some pieces are missing, some lighting as well, some walls. And now I gotta go all the way back over here. This is basically the start. This is my plains little biome, right next to a crimson biome. I ended up making some artificial biomes, that way things wouldn't be so complicated trying to get some resources. Like from here I get the vertebrates, the mushrooms, the wood of course, and some other stuff. I got another mini plains biome, which I will definitely get rid of because of how horrible it is. Oh, right. Another unique thing about Terraria is that it has updates of holiday updates, basically. Since it's been the month of Halloween, they have the goodie bag system, which goodie bags can give you a costume, which I got a fox suit, or rotten eggs, which you can throw at, which do with really little damage, and so on and forth. I'm not gonna get into that. This is my snowy biome, and a little bit of my mushroom biome. It's gonna get teared down and gonna be moved elsewhere into a much better, safer place. As you already saw, this is my hotel of some sort. Yes, there is little villages. I'll explain that later. My basement, as you can call it, with a little bit of a honey pit. Yeah, this is all changing. Mini jungle biome, which is definitely changing because I hate it. Hollowed biome as well. And this part is going to get a little bit off due to the fact of how it works. Thanks to this humongous tree, it blocked off the corruption. Now, I got a couple of buildings in the corrupted biome, which I believe... Nope. The first one is here. Now, this is basically my second house I've ever built, which was back in my first original world. Man, rest in peace, world, because I had a lot of good things. Of course, my building sucked. But then again, I was new about this thing, so... Another thing was before update 1.3 was that I had a spaceship hotel. It was obviously not made out of Martian blocks. It's the fact that Martian blocks ended up coming in at update 1.3. So, yeah. It was actually made out of, I believe, and no. Basically corrupted stone bricks. Can't remember the name off the top of my head. That's really embarrassing. But that's what it was made out of, the entire thing. This is another house that I built, but this was actually not mine or any of mine that I owned, but instead this was a house I built for a friend, because he didn't like his house and he said that it was horrible and stuff, so I decided, you know what, let's build him a house. And I used a lot of spooky wood for this, as clearly tell. Not my greatest building, but I gotta say, I like it. Now, my first original village was actually a sky hotel from my original first world. This was it, which required a lot of blocks that were not easy to come across. And I think that is about it afterwards. Yes, it is. Of course, if you want to know, it's basically just humongous corrupted snowy biome, a little bit of a hollowed biome, my dungeon, my corrupted biome, and my beach. Other than that, all the way over here would have to be more corrupted, because this corrupted spreads like crazy, all the way... Well, I'm gonna have to deal with that fast. You've got to be kidding me. Why does this happen to me? Oh, man, I'm gonna have to deal with this. Okay, sorry about that. This is my jungle biome with the thing and all that stuff and so on forth. And other than that... Now then, another thing about my place is that obviously you can tell that right above me is this weird island thing. Well, this is my floating island village. I am now changing it up, and I am making not necessarily unique islands, but I'm making islands for specific unique characters or villagers, NPCs if you prefer. This being the central island, I'm going to throw in a new household. It's going to look very different, and it has a couple of questionable details already, but that can be explained or something else at another time. Hopefully, I make another video and this is complete and you guys will be able to see it. This is one of my completed houses already of the snowy biome with 4 of my NPCs. The merchant, the clother, the demolitionist, the arms dealer, and of course the nurse. The sand area, or desert as I like to call it, I was trying to make a beach but didn't work out in the end, so yay. I actually threw in the 4 somewhat useless characters. Hairstylist, dye trader, painter, and the party girl. Because, let's admit it, who here actually goes there? to any of them for that matter. Now, I do have future plans to throw in something over here, and I will not discuss it just yet. So yeah. Another thing I'd like to show you all is this. Now, due to the fact that there are accomplishments and achievements into this game, like any other game, one of the achievements is obtain every piece of armor. Now, due to the fact that I don't have my armor area that I want to throw all the armor in, you'll see in like a future episode, hopefully, I don't know. I had to store it all away somewhere else, much safer than having it in the overworld. That way it's less noticeable. And it requires me to go so far deep into the caves and follow all the way to this track. Yeah, this is gonna be a while. And now we made it. So this is my little, how would you call it? Armor storage unit, I guess. I am collecting all the armor, putting it in an order that I find fit, and I'm going to hold it here until I complete my entire armor collection and complete it all. As soon as that's over with, and as soon as I get some of the houses going, that is it. Now, another thing is that when it comes to survival games like this, or Minecraft, I try to keep myself as organized as possible, so that way no one ends up starting to freak out. Blocks, resources, weapons, like clothing, armor, accessories and all that stuff, materials, and lastly potions. Now then, this is a portal straight to the underworld that allows me to get to my house specifically, at a much quicker pace. This is it. It's a little under decor right now, but it'll get better sometime in the future. I am gonna fill it up with a bunch of statues and stuff eventually. Different types of statues, not the same ones over and over, because then that would just get really annoying and stupid. Ignore the wizard. The wizard somehow got here. I have no clue how, and frankly I'm not going to question how. I'm also collecting all of the, what's it called, trophies, and leaving them here. Any duplicates I leave in the blocks chest. I also keep a hold of unique paintings that I find in the dungeon. So, as you can clearly see, there's these ones, and of course, the Dryad. The Dryad being the most unique one. Ignore those. And I believe that would be about it. I believe so, at least. Let's see. Yes, that would be a bit about it, to be honest. So, with that in mind, I have given a tour of this place. This being a really short video, to be honest. Yeah, as you can clearly see, I am not doing that great with storage whatsoever. I'm wondering if there's anything else I could show you, to be honest. I don't think there is. Alright, well, who knows? I might do a building episode, or I might just build right now and just do it. You know what? That does not sound like a bad idea. Alright then, I think I'll just do that instead. For now though, I think I should get prepared then. I wonder which one I should do then. Okay then, well, I have tried to do a little bit of building when it comes to 2 of the islands, because the 3rd one is not fully complete yet, as for itself at least. So, what happened is that I tried, and I could not think of the specific design I wanted to do. So, due to the fact that it took a little bit too long than expected, I will not try to build right now, nor show a montage of it. So maybe some other time, if I think I should. If I think I should not, then, well, I'm sorry. Other than that, I hope you all have a good day, and again, sorry about that entire little incident. Have a good day. So, I guess, see if I can do an intro, introduce the thing, and say the finale. Alright. Hello everyone, GamerMixer17 here, and this is the final Noob Test